Okay, there's Dave playing with my other one, trying to figure out how to use it. You give up. Okay, so I'm visiting my good friend Dave and Bobby, who does not like to be videotaped. So we will...
There goes Dave.
There goes Dave. Okay, and Dave was one of my first clients that actually put up with me. He let me sell his house in Rancho Santa Fe. And hi, Michael. So I'm so lucky because once a year, my favorite client, Dave Ely, comes and visits from Solana. From where do you come from? Iowa? You moved to Iowa, and he visits for a month and stays in this downstairs oceanfront penthouse, oceanfront condo in Solana Beach. Hi, Jeremy. And so I get to come and visit and see him. In fact, most of you, very few people know this. Actually, he was my Dave and Jean Ely. Jean passed away a few years ago. That was my first house I ever listed in Whispering Palms. And boy, was I nervous because it was one of the biggest houses. And I knew that the entire neighborhood would be watching me. So anyways, they had the courage and the faith in me and to market their home correctly. And I sold. Thank you, Jorge Luis. We sold the house at a great price. So they moved to Iowa. And once a year they come, this time of the year. Give me some love. Hi, Lynn. Give me some likes, you guys. Once a year, Dave, and this is actually a story. This is an inspirational story. Let me tell you the story. So Dave and his wife Jean sell their house in Rancho Santa Fe in Whispering Palms, and I sell his home. And they moved to Iowa to a retirement home because Dave has some heart issues. As it turns out, Jean left Dave first. And Jean passed away right shortly, about 3 years ago after my birthday. They were out here and then she made it home and passed away. So Dave, living in the retirement home in Iowa, gets a little frisky, right Dave? And meets Bobby. So now Dave and Bobby in their 70s and 80s are newlyweds. See, Carol, that's got to give you and I absolutely all the hope in the world. At 79 and 80 years old, they got married in the retirement home. And so Dave had a home in the retirement facility, and he sold his home and bought the condo right across the hallway from Bobby, so they both have their own little place. Anyway, so we're in Solana Beach. You're looking up north there in Los Angeles. There's about 5 condo complexes on the bluffs here in Solana Beach. I won't walk in front of you. I promise I won't walk in front of you. So these range from $750 pretty much with a non-ocean front to $1.5 million to $1.8 million is what a 2-bedroom. Thanks, Robert. Heaven it is. Heaven, it is beautiful here. So they run to about $1.5 million, $1.6 million now for a 2-bedroom with this view. And usually Dave comes in February, and that is when, as we start looking south, that's when the whales, the male whales, migrate back from Mexico up to Alaska after they've had their breeding season, and the males are going back up to Alaska. So you really can watch the whole migration and watch them for hours from this view from your patio as they're going north. Anyways, it's just a beautiful area. Solana Beach. There's 4 or 5 different developments to choose from on the cliffs. This is the hottest place to be in the summer. I gotta tell you, it's the nicest place to be. You're gonna see a San Diego sunset. Well, I don't know. I'll probably put this in. But hi, Paul. How are you? Mark, good to hear from you. And that is what a sunset in San Diego, California looks like. God, in February 20th are we today? I don't even know what day it is. but it is a little chilly. We call it chilly. I think it's like 65 degrees. You can see people down there on the beach. But give me some likes if you like this view of Solana Beach. I sure appreciate it. The more likes, the more people watch, and the more exposure we get. Anyways, I do sell these. I do sell these condominiums, so if anybody has an interest in an ocean front for $1,400,000 to $1,700,000, or a condo inside in the 7, 8, 9s, give me a call. Hope you all enjoy. Just a beautiful day, isn't it? Carol, thanks. Good, thank you very much. Look how fabulous that sunset. In fact, Carol, if we were at your house on the beach, we'd be able to have a glass of wine and share this together. Isn't that just a lovely, lovely sunset in Solana Beach? There just is no better place on earth than exactly where we live. And so in November, you get to watch all the whales, the males and females, migrating from north down to Mexico for breeding season. So that's really exciting because you can really track whales for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours coming down the Pacific Ocean right here. And then in February, well, we're starting to get a glimpse because they mate really in December and January in the bays in Mexico, Laguna San Ignacio and Magdalena, I think it's called Magdalena Bay, is where they mate, and then the mothers raise their babies, but the males immediately come back up, back to Alaska. So there's your gorgeous sunset. Trev, what are you saying? Bring them on sunset. Oh boy. You know, Trev, I'm still waiting for an invitation to your Pacific Coast. Huh? Oh my gosh, and do I get a glass of wine too? Oh, and you know, you can even hold this. You can do me. Here, you can. And you got to turn it around. Let's see. It goes. Well, this is the way it goes. See that little gimbal?
Which is to make it work? The big button?
The big round one here. So, like right now.
That just rotates it.
But you want it to face you, and then use that. Don't touch it to rotate. There you go. See? You got it?
Yep. But what do I do to get it started?
It is going. It's on Facebook right now.
Oh, brother.
So I'm in Solana Beach having a toast with my good friends Bobby, who refuses to be on live anything, and Dave. I want to give you a toast for being here. I'm so happy when you guys come. It's really a terrific time for me. And it's a good excuse to come over for a home-cooked meal. So you can take this and you go up and down, and then see how it shows you how many people are watching it. Trevor, if you give me an invitation to come to where you guys live, to Lima, Peru, I got to tell you, I'm in. Because right now I got nothing but miles. I got more miles than God. Well, I can't say that, but I've got a lot of miles and no place to go and no one to go with. So I'm looking for friends that live different places. I was thinking about taking a trip to Florida to visit some friends, maybe, or go to Texas. I don't know, but I'm definitely due for a vacation. And even though we do live in one of the most beautiful places. So direct flight LAX to Lima, and you know what? I mean, Trev, really, I've got about 800,000 or 900,000 miles, so it would be a fraction of those to fly direct in first class. So give me a like if you like this fabulous view. of the issues in Solana Beach and Del Mar we have issues with too is that we're kind of in a no-fly zone, but the Coast Guard and the police, they always are finding any kind of excuse to fly their helicopters or jets in this area. Because who wouldn't on a wonderful sunset view like that? So thanks guys for watching. Just give you one last look. We're looking down to La Jolla down there, all the way down. You can barely see the tip from here. And we are, God, it's gonna be a gorgeous sunset. And you got this complex. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a fabulous sunset. Hi Suzanne, nice to see you. I haven't seen you forever. I haven't seen you in the hood. Here's a sunset in Solana Beach. One of the more beautiful ones, I think, today, isn't it? It's just really gorgeous. Very peaceful moment. The ocean is always very peaceful. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go in and toast my friends Bobby and Dave. You guys heard my story about Bobby and Dave. And boy, if you can get married, it's a very, very inspirational story that Bobby and Dave, my dear friends, met at a retirement home in Iowa in their late 70s and got married in July, and nobody was invited except their best friends. Actually, not their best friends, but only family members. I think there were only 5 or 6 invited, so I wasn't invited to the wedding. But anyways, it's an inspirational story. There's somebody out there for everybody, right? Thanks for watching. One last glimpse.